Welcome to On My Radar with me, the Gabby Cabby, where I catch up with artists that are on my radar. Well, tonight, in the heart of the Jewellery Quarter in Birmingham, I am in the company of a living legend, and he is. I know he's looking around, looking for other people, but Ben Drummond, you are, because you have your pictures on the wall next to Jackie Graham and Rankin Roger. That constitutes, in my book, legendary status. Boy, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, my friend.
Okay. And you're strumming those strings.
Yeah, a little bit of Dylan going on there, man.
Those newly put on strings as well.
I do that about every 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, just...
It's all right.
I wish. Are you right, man? You comfortable there?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I was sorry. I'm often on my knees because I like to
no more.
I like to get the sound. I like to be close.
Right, okay, mate.
But not too close.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just there's a boundary in there, man.
There's always that little bit in there. Life's all about boundaries.
It's all about the boundaries, yeah, man.
And we're here tonight because this is your launch of your EP.
No, it's not a launch tonight, no.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's not a launch. It's basically... they sometimes give me the opportunity to do a full show here.
Okay.
So I get to play 90 minutes, and it's really good for me. So I can put my own show together, as opposed to the acoustic sessions where it's I'll play 20 minutes and host.
Yeah.
This is like a full show of my tunes.
So let's go back to the beginning, because I want to know the A to Z.
Okay.
Of you,
right?
Ben Drummond. I want to know about your Roots Fest, about your jam stuff, and your own stuff. This tonight is focusing on you. If you can imagine, Eamon Andrews with the Red Book.
Right, okay.
This is what it's like.
This is your
without
life,
the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, so where was you born? Where were you from?
Originally from Wolverhampton, Heathtown. I was born.
Okay.
Yeah, and I moved to Birmingham about 11 years ago. Yeah, I joined a band about 11 years ago called the Mexicolas, played bass for them. That didn't work out, and I just couldn't find enough work playing bass and doing that to sort of, sustain myself creatively and putting food on my table. So I kind of picked up the acoustic guitar, and started writing songs and progressed from there. Really, having worked with people like Adam Zindani from Stereophonics and Scott Matthews, that sort of people, they kind of inspired me to, write and express myself, really.
What age were you when you decided that you wanted to pick up the guitar and start writing?
I'd say around about 11 or 12 when it was serious. My dad was a musician, so, we always had musicians around the house. On a Saturday morning, that was kind of the routine, to have a lot of jazz guys. Cause my dad was like a bass player in the big bands, and, that was kind of inspiring, really.
So did you go to gigs with your dad as well?
Yeah, I used to set up gear and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he worked for the BBC Orchestra. He also worked working men's clubs and social clubs and that sort of thing. And that was quite an environment to see as a young kid.
It's a great grounding as well as a young kid.
Yeah. I mean, that's you work those crowds.
Yeah,
it was a good experience. Yeah.
Who are your inspirations?
I aspire to be, my dad was a great inspiration for me to be as a musician and a man and a father, I guess, Musically, I aspire to kind of, I like a lot of the flamenco guitarists like Paco de Lucia and Rodrigo y Gabriel, Ojos de Brujo, but I kind of got that funky thing as well, like alternative 90s funk. I like Beck, I like Primus, Chili Peppers. And then James Brown, I like the Beatles, classic British songwriting as well, like John Martin. God, there's so many, isn't there?
Yeah, the list is endless.
It literally is endless. I'm still discovering stuff now. I was big on Lindisfarne.
Okay.
Like Lady Eleanor, that sort of thing.
Bit of folky stuff.
Yeah, I love the folky stuff. And at the moment, I'm digging on Gregory Porter. I'm just in love with Gregory Porter's voice, man. I just aspire to that vocal. I think it's so rich, Hey, Laura, it's me. Effortless, cool,
Yeah. So if I could put you on a stage, and I can't,
okay.
with anyone, would it be Gregory Porter at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to just sit in with him for a while. Remember, so many like Mark Knopfler. I'd love to just sit with that guy for a couple of days, man, and just pick his brains about his philosophy on playing as well. Because to me, there's no disconnection between the man and the instrument. There's just songwriting, lyrics, words, music pouring out of him, and I think that's what you really aspire to. So you don't think before anything comes on. It's just a pure flow,
When I watch an artist, and I've said this, I've actually wrote this in my poem about Paul Weller, he's like an extension of that finely tuned guitar. And it is with all great artists, it's almost as though, it's like, say, a footballer, that ball's like glued to his foot.
Sure.
And it's like that with the guitar, isn't it? You're that guitar.
Yeah, it's your extension, it's your person, I mean, if you... Yeah, it's like some chords can resonate with you, and it's quite a deep thing when you get into it, and then especially you have that connection and you play with other people, and they're bringing their own thing to the table. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
You
never, as you said earlier, you never stop learning.
I hope not, yeah. Every day's a school day.
Paul Weller's wrote 3 perfect songs in his lifetime.
Okay, only 3?
Yeah, I know. I was surprised on that, because I thought about 333.
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah.
Have you ever wrote one, a perfect song?
What is a perfect song?
What you perceive to be perfect. When you write something, you go to bed, you're so excited, you get up, you play it again, you play it to audiences, and you go, do you know what? That's perfect.
I don't know. I kind of don't think like that, really. I think, the music's... has different muses, so you can approach things like to have a good time. You've got a song that's just reminding you of a great time, and it's perfect in that sense, because it reminds you of when you wrote it, especially, again, playing with people and bands and that, you get that sort of emotional feel. Not perfect, no, I don't think so, yeah. I'm yet to hear the perfect song.
Okay.
Something to aspire to, though.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. Happy or sad songs, what do you find easiest to write?
Depending on your mood, really, yeah. I mean, there's that, isn't there? Sorry. There's that. Both have a little, don't they,
Yeah.
They both take you somewhere, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of reminds, things that just conjure up images in your mind, like... all that around the majors and the minors, and then you've got the diminished, so you've got sevenths that a bit nasty, man. So so it's hard to say. To answer that question, I just like every facet of the human spectrum of feelings, because that is out there. When you listen to like Gregory Porter's record, it's not just happy or sad.
Yeah,
there's a depth of like despair, elation, intrigue, for everything, man. It's just there, isn't it?
It is the best form of art, isn't it? A song, and it's the cheapest form of art as well.
Everyone plays, can't they? Everyone can,
well, I can't play, to be fair.
I bet you could, though.
I couldn't, honestly.
We could jam a song. We'll do that on the next interview, then. We'll write a song together.
We'll
go up there on that balcony and won't come down until we've wrote a tune.
Well, I'll be honest, I'll have a full head of hair and a beard.
Right, you could probably grow a beard quicker than me.
I tell you. Talk to me about this wonderful EP that you've written.
Yeah, well, really chuffed to bits with that. It's yet untitled, but there's a good few songs down. There's 2 parts to it, and it'll probably be 2 EPs. There's a fully produced band thing where we've got Toby Wilson on kit for most of it. Ash Sheehan, Grandmaster Ash.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on trumpet, flugel. Bits of percussion. We've got Brian Corbett on trumpet, do more of the silvery solo-y parts. Myself on double bass, acoustic, electric bass. Dan Townsend on Rhodes and piano. Susanna Westwood on backing vocals. Plus, friends and whatnot in the studio. All produced at Gospel Oak Studios as well.
Where's that?
It's in Warwick.
Okay.
Yeah, on in Warwick, just out in the middle of the country.
Who's the producer?
Myself, yeah.
You've done it? Oh, you've self-produced? Okay.
Self-produced with engineered and kind of co-produced with Barry Bayliss. Yeah.
So when did you get into engineering and producing as well?
About 10 years ago. Yeah, when I produced my first record, it was that was the learning curve, because I was given the opportunity to work at Conservatoire in Birmingham, the old site. And it was kind of from there I met a guy called Joe Harbinson, who was he worked for he works for EMI Copyright now in London, and he was he really got it. You know, he kind of got what I wanted to achieve. I hadn't got a clue. I just wanted to put everything on it, and I did. You know, the first record's a mashup of instrumentations. There's sitar on there, there's tablas, there's cellos, double bass. There's a lot of very different genres. There's like a funk track next to a flamenco track, and so it was kind of like going into the conservatoire. You walk down a corridor to the recording studio, and down the corridor there's like 12 rooms. There's like 6 on either side, and each room's got a piano in it. You know, and when you walk down, there's a piano player jamming with a cornet player, a piano player playing with a trio, a cello, a double bass, contrabass, or whatever, and it's like, wow, really inspiring. You could just sit in that corridor and go mad with the amount of vibe coming in.
Can anybody sit in, or do you have to be a member? Do you have to be a student?
You have to be a student,
Okay.
but I got the opportunity to, because they wanted something alternative to record, because the options at Conservatoire are jazz in its multifaceted ways, and folk and classical, you know, more so classical, because everybody's, you know, in a sense, that's amazing, you know, to see those guys play. You know, you wouldn't believe it, man, but there's like 50 piano players in there that'll all blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah, from all over the world, you know.
So this modern classic. Nicking well stuff
yeah,
tonight, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, future classic.
How many tracks is on your EP? I know you said there's going to be 2.
Well, there's 7.
Yeah.
There's 7 in total. Yeah, and it's sounding great. Recent comparisons of people who've heard it have said Steely Dan meets Buena Vista Social Club meets Eagles, because we've got a lot of harmonies on there.
Okay.
It's kind of got a Latin American sort of feel, but it's very British as well. You know. Yeah, I'm not going to turn this voice into an American voice.
And why?
Huh?
Do you know why do that? Some artists try and be something that they actually aren't. Be yourself. Always be yourself. It's easy to be yourself.
Well, it is, but then it's finding your voice for some people. I think sometimes, like McCartney, when he first started, he didn't sound like he was from Liverpool. When you listen to the early Beatles stuff, it was until he spoke.
Yeah.
But now he does, doesn't he? Sounds real twee, and you know.
So, some of the name tracking on the EP.
Yeah, I'll play a few
Okay.
for you. Okay, there's this one called "Steal Away," which is a Latin number, like a bossa nova. Steal away to the pines below the city skyline. Steal away on static highways, how I stargaze, awaken wonder, the rolling thunder, your lover's hunger, cascades asunder, in your peace of mind that you're looking to find, they're standing right next to you. That's one of the tracks. It's and that's kind of the bossa nova track. We did a full band version of that with some of the guys mentioned earlier. Got this one, which is a bit more of a flamenco-y type thing, which is called "Cut You Down." I should have cut you down. I should have screamed out loud. Stop what you're doing. To me it's so unfair. Whoa, you're so much older. I'm beginning not to care. And lay me down upon your bedroom floor. Whoa, and I can stare at the ceiling, and you can look down on me. Just promise, don't you stop. Hey, every time that I play song. Oh, yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
brilliant.
It's kind of got a hip-hoppy sort of jazzy...
You've played that before, haven't you, at the Jam House? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard
that's
that
one
before.
of the... Yeah, that's one of... It's quite popular with people who come down. My arse has gone. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, my knees haven't all. I'm going to sit up. Should we
Some
stand
blood.
up?
There you go.
I don't know why we're both sitting down.
just having a chill
Our
out,
knees and our
aren't
bad backs and arses
Yeah,
and all the
yeah.
rest of it. It's easier when you're standing
I
up.
think so, mate. Yeah,
Aye.
just get some blood back in my leg. There you go.
So is this obviously isn't your first EP?
No.
When was the first EP that you laid down then?
That was 2006 it came
Okay,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so 6 years ago.
Is
Can
it
you
still
believe that?
doing the rounds? Can I get my hands on
Yeah,
it?
it's on iTunes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Or drop me an email and I'll ping you the tracks over. That's
Superb.
easy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the lovely thing about the emails and the.
Oh yeah, it's easy to share, isn't it?
Oh, isn't
yeah.
it just?
Yeah.
You know, but me being an old geezer, I like the hard copy of
Yeah.
a CD.
I've got one of them as well somewhere.
Who done all the artwork for your CD?
Myself. Yeah. I was
Okay.
taken on a beach in Spain. I was just chilling out. Actually, my wife took the picture.
Your wife is Spanish,
Yeah.
isn't she?
That's right. Yeah, and when we messed around with it on Photoshop, and Bob's your
Okay.
uncle. Yeah.
And then, do you have the words in the CD
No,
as well?
no.
Why not?
Because I like for people to try and figure it out, and listen.
I'm 50 now, right?
Okay.
I've been listening to music since I was probably 10 or 11.
Right, okay.
And the amount of songs that I've sung back with the wrong words.
Yeah, I do that all the time with my songs.
Well, that's what you can do, can't
Yeah,
you? You can
so
disguise
that's the way
things.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever, obviously, you've got on stage and you think, blimey, what's that?
Yeah, totally. I've done that a couple of times. Yeah, yeah. Where you're ready, you're on the mic. There's a good crowd in front of you,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're going through the bars, and where it usually comes, you just go blank. You draw a blank, and you think, ah. So you go round it again, think, oh, it'll come back, and then the next time round it comes, and you're like, oh, it's not there yet. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, worse so when I'm playing bass and singing.
Yeah.
Because you have to lead a band when you play bass.
Yes, you do.
So you're on the bottom end and you're on the top end with your vocal.
Yeah.
And as soon as you start thinking about what your fingers are doing,
Yeah.
game over, man.
How difficult is it when you're singing as a bass guitarist, as like you're the lead, because you're leading, as you say?
Yeah.
The drums and the bass leads the band, don't it?
Yeah, it's the
and
foundation.
singing as well.
Yeah, it's you either can do it or not, and there's certain songs I can't do.
Really?
Yeah, there's certain songs that won't work. I'll even if I have to change
Okay.
the bass line, like I can play it out. Hip hop, the hippie. Hip hop beat, you don't stop like the up jump, the boogie, the up jump, the boogie to the rhythm of the beat. So the space there you can play. I can talk when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But if I start thinking, I go.
Yeah.
So guitar's a lot easier. Because the guitar's just like hit a hip hop, the hippie.
Yeah.
It's for me anyway.
Yes.
Some guys have got
Yeah.
the gift on both.
So what do you prefer, the bass or the acoustic?
It's like asking a drummer what
Yeah.
if you prefer the kick drum or the snare. It's all part of it, isn't it? I can't play both at the same time. I really enjoy playing bass in a band scenario when the drummer's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing like connecting with a great drummer.
And, as a solo artist, because primarily that's what you are with your EP,
Yeah.
it's called Ben Drummond, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's still untitled.
No, well, the new one is untitled. The
Yeah, that's
first
what I'm
one's-
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one's called From the Window to the World.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll check that out.
Yeah, I'll
we'll
get you a
check
copy,
out
mate.
your new one. So, what do you prefer, or where do you see yourself with a band, or as that solo artist, or even because I've seen you are a dark horse. You're in the Jessica Rhodes band. You're in like playing with Calic. You play with lots and lots of different artists.
Yeah, I'm fortunate in that sense.
Yeah.
People seem to like what I do. If they ask me to play, I'm honoured, man.
How
So,
difficult is it just jumping in and doing that?
Different gigs are different. Different things. Like Jesse's band, it's an easy fit really because it's great musicians. Calic's stuff is like he's a great songwriter, and then you kind of know where the songs are going. So yeah, they're both But then you forget like a jazzier gig where you got to read it or you've got to be really on it. That's more challenging. You're not just there. Oh yeah, this is good. This feels like just jumping on the kick and the snare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all it's all relevant, you know, because everything goes in, like you say, every day you're learning. So.
And do you find that doing all those different things, those diverse things, and I'm guessing that Fields of Gold, I know you recorded that, well, perhaps not recorded it, but you done it down at the Jam House, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it at the Molineux as well, for the FA Cup final when they played Man U, yeah. Yeah, did that on the pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, 36,000 people, that was. Yeah. I didn't really know the song.
Glad Sting weren't there.
Yeah, I know, yes. I remember me when this was there. Yeah.
But it's all those different things, those different influences, those different positions, those different... and that diversity that you put into, and that's the experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
that's right, yeah. You can't counter that. You just play a lot, you know. And
on stage, have you got, like, 'cause a lot of musicians, they'll have a hat or something, or a kind of lucky charm, or a...
Okay.
Have you got anything like that?
Nah, not really, man. Just this guitar, really.
Because I talk to quite a few, and especially solo artists, they like to have something on that takes it a little bit away from, oh, look at him in the hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a it's almost like a comfort blanket or a dummy
Yeah,
with solo
yeah.
artists, rather than because they ain't particularly got the band up there with them.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually.
It's a lonely place, that stage. It's on your own, or it can be.
It can be,
I'm guessing.
yeah. I guess I've done it for so long. It's not an issue now. Man. It's kind of nice to be up there on your own sometimes, you know, because you can take your time. You can work around your vocal, whereas like a band, it's more regimented, you know. Which is good in a sense.
And you can also go around the loop if you forget the words.
Yeah, you go.
Where the band are going, what the bloody hell's he doing?
You know, and like some of the bands you play in have got a click track, so it's there's the beginning, there's the middle, there's the end.
What's a click track?
It's so like a band will have, the drummer will have like a metronome in his ear clicking along.
Got ya.
Then the track is like the keys, the backing vocals, everything else. The fully arranged song is going out through the PA. So the band are playing along to, say you got a three piece, bass guitar, drums. And then the backing track's got all the vocals, all the synthesizers, all the keyboard parts. So you've only got that regimented time. So if you cock up,
big time.
You've got to get back on it
or
improvise, you know.
Blimey. Websites, Facebooks, Twitter, because people are they're gonna be listening. And Gabby, I want to cup hold of Ben. I want to know how to connect with him.
Okay.
What is it?
It's Ben Drummond music.co.uk.
Yep.
And then there's a Facebook page, Ben Drummond. So, and obviously the Jam House as well, you can find me through here.
Yeah. So tell us briefly about what you do at the Jam House and what your role is at
I'm
the Jam
a
House.
music director at the club, and I book emerging talent and, for a night called the Acoustic Sessions, and another night called the Launchpad, which is more band-based.
Okay. Is that Launchpad a new thing?
It's been going for about 4 years. It's not as often as the Acoustic Sessions are. Yeah.
Acoustic last Tuesday in every month?
Every month, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we basically encourage people to come down. We've got studio affiliations, we've got some radio affiliation as well. So.
And you got me.
And we got you've got your good self, sir. There you go. Yeah.
And have you got your festivals as well?
We're doing one on the now you're asking 19th of July, which is the Sunday, I believe, called the Mitchell Arts Centre in Sutton Coldfield.
Okay.
And that's it's only a half day thing.
Yep.
Acoustic festival, and it's in aid of the Teenage Cancer Trust.
Oh, great charity.
Yeah. So
and whereabouts in Sutton Coldfield is it?
That's over towards Weeford. So
right.
On the back end of Sutton Coldfield.
So is that more towards Belfry way, Weeford?
It's not that far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's still on the back by Falcons Lodge, I think.
Right.
Sort of ways.
Have we got a road for it so people, you know?
I don't know.
So
I don't know it offhand.
Okay, so...
But Mitchell Arts Centre, if you find that on Google, all the info's there. So.
And that's a great thing with Google Earth.
Yeah,
you can find anyone,
and
can't
it'll give you a 3D roadmap to get yourself in.
Right.
Yeah. It's groovy.
But a few divorces through Google Earth as well, ain't there?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I'm assuming there have been, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well, because looking for people's windows. Or...
What's my missus's car outside that place, isn't it?
Very good.
There's been one or two, ain't there?
Okay, I better be careful.
Everybody's looking at you these days.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Well, my boy, when's it, the big day when it's coming out? When will I be able to have the hard
We're
copy?
aiming in the next couple of months, really.
Okay.
Because I've got a baby boy coming in September.
Oh,
as
congratulations!
Well. Thank you very much.
First,
second.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a little girl, 5. So that's that's kind of taking precedent.
Yeah.
But it's nearly there. It's like 7 tracks ready to go.
So you're almost looking.
Hopefully before then.
For the American people, you're looking around the fall, aren't you?
Yeah, for fall. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
It's nice
Swab
for
going to
it,
be an
yeah.
American
I like
now.
that, man. Yeah, you see candy in garage.
For now, Mr. Ben Drummond, can I thank you very much
Thanks,
for your
mate.
time, sir?
Always.
Always a pleasure. You're an absolute top man and a superstar.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank
it's
you.
good to see you, man.
Cheers,
Take
Ben.
care.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Right, thanks for listening. Good night and God bless.
This has been a Biscuit Boys production for SRB Radio.